Leviticus 8, Part 1. The day for the ordination of the priests has come. So, the Lord instructed Moses to bring Aaron and his sons to the tabernacle's entrance, along with their sacred garments, the anointing oil, the bowl for the sin offering, the 2 rams, and the basket of bread made without yeast. The entire community of Israel were also instructed to gather at the entrance of the tabernacle to witness the ceremony. Moses then presented Aaron and his sons, and then washed them with water. Aaron was then clothed with his special tunic, and the sash was tied around his waist. Moses then dressed him in the robe, placed the ephod on him, and attached it securely with its decorative sash. The chest piece was then placed on him, and the Urim and Thummim were placed inside it. Moses then placed the turban on Aaron's head, and attached the gold medallion to the front of the turban. He then took the anointing oil, and anointed the tabernacle and everything in it, thus making them holy. He then anointed the altar and all its utensils, by sprinkling it with the oil 7 times. He then anointed the wash basin and its stand in the same manner. With this, they were now made holy. Then Moses poured some of the anointing oil on Aaron's head, and thus finally making him holy for his work. Aaron's sons were then presented after. Moses then clothed them in their tunics, tied their sashes around their waist, and then placed their special head coverings. Afterwards, Moses then presented the bull for the sin offering. Aaron and his sons laid their hands on the bull's head. Moses then slaughtered the bull, and took some of the blood with his finger, and put it on the 4 horns of the altar to purify. The rest of the blood was then poured at the base of the altar. This made the altar holy by purifying it. Then Moses took all the fat around the internal organs, the long lobe of the liver, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat around them. They were then all burned on the altar. Moses then took the rest of the bull including its hide, meat, and dung, and he burned them on a fire outside the camp. Moses then presented one of the rams for the burnt offering. Aaron and his sons then laid their hands on the ram's head. Then Moses slaughtered it and then took the blood and splattered it against all sides of the altar. The ram was then cut into pieces. Moses then burned the head, the fat, and some of its pieces on the altar. He then washed the internal organs and the legs with water, and then finally Moses burned the entire ram on the altar as a burnt offering. It was a pleasing aroma to the Lord, a special gift presented to him. And that's Leviticus 8, Part 1.